Okay, so this might come to an interesting point as we discuss the daily battle plan that we live out these rest of these days. And one, I'm just going to use an example of the story of alcoholism. I know this topic is going to come up on occasion in some blogs, maybe not just alcoholism, but maybe other things that I can think of, like sexual purity. It's important because when we live out these days, it's going to be tempting to go into a situation or want to feel like a sense of belonging when you become isolated in this world as it's closing in to the return of the Lord. And the Lord said, "Do not be deceived. Many will come in his name." And we know that this is kind of the situation we're going to find ourselves in at some point. To be sober, have nothing to do with alcohol. Don't drink it, don't entertain it, don't buy it, don't partake in it. It's just that simple. I don't need to tell you that Al Anon is a place where a lot of families or friends or neighbors or sisters or brothers or mothers or fathers go just to understand the disease of alcoholism. But I didn't want to get into that per se. I want to talk about the spiritual battle we face with drunkenness. Being drunk on power is another way to look at drunkenness. Being drunk on, well, let's just leave it at that for a moment. So, having a daily battle plan, what is that battle plan? That's Ephesians 6:10, wearing the full armor of God and praying. I had an earlier discussion with a cousin who was cynical about this, and he wanted to sit and talk about politics in the world we live in. And I don't worry about the things of this world because I know it's closing in on some things. I look at this world as fleeting. It's coming to an end pretty quickly. It can't last much longer because there's only so much more. There's only so much time left. It's like the world clock. I heard this mentioned one time by Paul Begley's channel that the leaders of the world had a world clock, the apocalypse, and it was a minute to the apocalypse. And if that's the case, then how close are we to the return of the Lord? And we know that the Lord did not, he did not call us to wrath. He said he promised he was coming back. He promised that he was going to make a place for us. And imagine what that will be like. You know, there was a point that I felt the grass under my feet one time in heaven. I mean, I felt it. I felt like I was there. And that's how close we are in the spirit. The spiritual side of this is that a lot of people think this is a religious thing. This is all spiritual. You can experience something in the spiritual realm that is real when it comes to Jesus Christ. He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He can do everything. He's everything. He's all things to us. So whenever I go into this, I want you to know to stay sober. Stay sober and be aware of your surroundings and know that this is the most important time to be sober. And that's all I really wanted to share. I hope you have a good night. God bless. And happy Memorial Day.